Hi, I'm Lisa from Living Life with Lisa, and I am doing a vlog on living life with chronic illness, and I have 2 copies of MTHFR, which is a gene mutation that causes all kinds of things. And I know, and also I've been recently diagnosed with early onset dementia, and I'm still very much in the early stages of it, I think. There are days I wonder. And so today's, I'm going to apologize. For some reason, it's just a weepy day. I don't know if it's just coming off being sick and under the weather, but my caregiver, we can't seem to set up a schedule where it is a constant schedule. So I got a text this morning. She can come over Tuesday afternoon or Thursday, and it's supposed to be twice a week. And which one do I want? And I said both. And it worked out fine. She said, great, just make a list, we'll be there. And so, but that's not the reason I got tears in my eyes. And so, but she hadn't replied yet. On my way to rehab. I just got out of rehab. And there's for physical therapy, there's OT, which is shoulders out, I think, and physical therapy's neck down, and speech is neck up. And so OT, I'm not in OT, I'm not in speech right now, but anyway, PT, where I'm going now, I have 2 that I've seen. So there's 2 main ones at the one I go, and they always switch back and forth between. So anyway, I'm back. I paused for a while because I had to get gas and regain my composure a little bit so I could talk, because I'm really making a mountain out of a molehill, I understand. But my PTs that work with me know my history. They can tell when I'm not right. They can tell I have like code words that I can use when something's not right, and they can tell by my reaction what they need to do or what they need to not do, and changes that need to be made, even by looks on my face. And so I'm very comfortable with those 2, because I don't feel like I'm reinventing the wheel, and that I'm trying to teach them everything that they need to know in order to work with me. And that's, they're not even really in my network. I'm paying extra to go there, and that's simply because they've worked with me since 2013, and I don't, I would rather pay a little extra and not have to reinvent the wheel than go in and have to re-educate everybody every time I go into the office. So I went in today, and this lady came up and she said, Lisa, I'm ready for you. And I didn't know her. She hadn't ever worked with me before. I'd seen her in there, but she didn't know me. And I said, well, where's Tammy? And said, well, she has another patient, and schedules got switched. And I said, okay. And I didn't say it like that, though. I said, okay. And we went in, and she asked me if I had any pain, and that right there is a hard one to do, because I don't always feel pain, and so the other 2 understand that, and so we always talk it out, and then we figure out what's going on. And so I just gave her a number, and then she was asking me questions that they already knew the answers to, and things, and I was answering, and tears were coming down my eyes, and I was trying to hide it. And she said, "Why are you crying?" And it's like, and I said, "Because I don't like change, and I don't like change, and nobody called me to tell me that something was changed and something was going to be different, and I don't want to have to teach you from the beginning of what is wrong with me. I want somebody that knows what's going on already and understands." And so it worked out that they switched, and I got Tammy, and everything was okay. But I just feel like a fool that these things bother me so much. The consistency is so important. Without consistency, you can't get through the day. It just throws everything off. And I can't believe I'm still crying about this. And I think it's just because, like I've talked about in other videos, I think, the memory forgets, but the emotions are still there. And so the shock and the change that caused that initial reaction is still heavy. Even though it worked out and it was only for like 5 minutes, it's still, I can't shake that emotion right now. I will later. I gotta go bank. For some reason, all the numbers rubbed off on my bank card. It was goofy. And I replaced my brakes in July in North Carolina for driving over some mountains, and it sounds like they've gone out again. So I either got a cheap pair of brakes, or I burned them out coming back home in July. So I gotta run up and see if somebody will look at it. And then I got the thing on my car telling me that I got low pressure on a tire that's filled up higher than the others. And then I've been fighting insurance companies, and now I gotta fight my government to get things. For some reason, some things aren't going through, and so I called my congressman. That's a release for me to sign so they can talk on my behalf. It's crazy. I had to fight with insurance. I had to call 3 different numbers last week when I had a urinary tract infection and bronchitis. 3 different numbers to fight with and file grievances with insurance companies to get my son straightened out, because it's been going on since April 15th. And then I have to do this to get the back pay for Social Security, because I had a private policy disability through my school that has been paying. So now that I'm on Social Security, that was a loan. And so Social Security money all goes over to that company that's been paying to keep us alive for the last 4 years or whatever. 3 or 4 years. Well, they're mad because they want their money, and I can understand that. So they're threatening to take me to collections because Social Security won't because they don't believe me that Social Security's not releasing that money. Social Security, I don't know why they won't release it. It's not a large amount of money. So at first they wanted 2 signatures, and then they wanted 3 signatures. Then it was going to be 3 weeks, and now we're past the 3 weeks, and it still hasn't come. So I had to call my congressman, and then they emailed me the form. I have to fill out the form and fax it back. I need some help. I cannot do this by myself. My mirror. I have stuff taped up all over the mirror, stuff that has to be done, so I don't forget. I'm just overwhelmed. So I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to regain my composure, I'm going to the bank, so I'm not acting like I'm crying over the numbers rolling off my card. So, bye for now. Debit card's taken care of. No tears shed in there. Yay. I think that a lot of it had to do with the emotions of, first feeling like the caregiver didn't understand, and then I felt like I was overwhelmed with paperwork, and then I get there, and then I felt like I'd been thrown away to somebody else, and the emotions just built, and it was hard. It's harder to get over the emotions and see things clearly, to step back and say, you know what, she wasn't backing out of anything. She just wanted to know if I wanted her both days or one day, which is a fair question. I'm free, which, what time do you want to get together? Nothing hateful, nothing mean, nothing unsupportive about that. Schedules change. I understand that. But, sometimes I feel like with this, it's really, I had to explain this. It's really like I'm a child in many ways, and not just any child, but one that now has sensory issues, one that now has over attachment problems, because I'm worried about being thrown to the wolves, so I want somebody with me all the time. He's not hungry at me, he's trying to get in the garage. Somebody with me all the time, holding my hand and telling me what I need to do, because I feel like I am at a loss what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna cut you off for a minute. Oh, have an appointment next Monday to have my brakes checked, and I do imagine they'll need to be changed. I hope I'm wrong. But the van, when I bought it, I'm the second owner, and the first owner was in Michigan, and no offense to my Michigan people out there, but all that salt does not help the brakes at all. And so the brakes are gonna be an issue to get them all taken care of. So, but I'm getting ready now to go over and fight with my telephone company now for the fact that they double charged me. So I gotta find out what that's all about. And so I'm just tired of having to fight people. Yeah, let's see. And we're gonna have to start looking at just professional help, as far as in-home help and nursing and companionship and that kind of thing, because I don't want to go into a nursing home. When I was in rehab, I was on the nursing home side just for 2 days, and then I spent the rest of the time on the rehab side. But even on the rehab side, it's one person taking care of 30 people, and that's not possible. And it's insane. And they're understaffed, and I just don't it's cheaper to live at home and have people come in, pay people to come in, than it is to give up everything that you own and go into a nursing home. That does not leave anything for my children. We're talking the difference between $100,000 a year to like $50,000. It's half the price, at least, if not more, to stay home. So probably what I need to do is I need to start looking around at facilities not facilities, but agencies, and just talk to different agencies about what I want for the future and what I'm looking at. This thing here where somebody's coming in the home and Real Services is helping and doing that. There's a friend coming in and she'll work for they'll get on board with these people from this company. She will go work for them and then they will pay her to come in my house. But when it comes time for the actual having to have somebody there, a lot of the time, that's going to have to be skilled care, and that's going to have to be through an agency that deals with this kind of thing and understands it. I want my family to be there to make sure that nothing happens, or, checking in and being in and out all the time, sort of as gatekeepers, I guess you'd say. But as far as I don't want them to be my sole caregivers. They they don't understand the full implications of this whole thing, and they're always teasing me about that they'll never put me in a nursing home, and this has been going on for years, and I mean, it didn't have anything to pressurize, and once getting to the age that he's starting to take this to heart and keeping his promise. And I love that about him, that he's that caring and loving, but I don't want him to be in that position, and I want to give him the freedom to come and go as he needs to and have a family. And so I think that would be the best option. If they are big and old enough, grown enough that they can come and go and check in, make sure everything's okay, and they have somebody in there full time. If I knew all that was in place, I think I would relax. And I know that's way early, but I've got to do it now because I can't do it later. As this disease progresses and gets worse, it's going to get harder and harder and harder and harder for me to make those kinds of arrangements. I mean, if I fall apart because they want me to have a different PT, I fall apart because, I'm asked a simple question. It's just, this is craziness. And so, these final ducks need to get put in a row so that I know that everything's going to be okay. And that will give me permission to be ill. That's the thing. I don't have permission to be ill. This is the first time that it's dawned on me, but I don't have permission. I don't have permission right now to have dementia. I don't have permission to be chronically ill. I don't have permission even to have a UTI and bronchitis. I don't have permission to be sick because I am the mom and I've got to take care of those boys, and things have got to get done every single day. People have to go places every single day, and I'm the one that has to do it. And so I don't have permission to not be well. And I find that frustrating, but it's also probably, on the other hand, healthy because it makes my brain work. But my brain's getting tired, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna go in here and do some talking to AT&T and get back with you later. Bye. Well, we figured out the AT&T problem, so it's no big deal. And now I'm off. I'm gonna get something to eat, see if it makes me feel a little better, gets my mood a little better. And then I'm gonna have to take a nap before anybody comes home because I am Miss Grouch today. And trying to think what we got at home for dinner. I think I can fix up some hamburgers or something. We can do that. But anyway, this is just a ready for my morning. Sorry for all the crying and carrying on, but keeping it real, because that's the only way I know how to do it. I want people that watch to understand what it's like to be on this side of the diagnosis, and and hopefully it will help those that have it and get diagnosed, because we really do not have a support system, at least in the U.S. That I'm aware of. If there's one anybody knows about, please share it with me. And and I also want to help caregivers, because I know that once we all get to a certain point where we lose the ability to communicate coherently enough to share our feelings and share our frustrations and our fears, and our griefs. We're grieving also, at the loss of who we want to be, or who we were and what we wanted to be. We've lost that. And I'm grieving also for Lisa. I miss the old Lisa. She was a lot more fun a couple years ago. But it is what it is, and with God's help, we'll be okay. It's just one of those rough days and rough patches. So, you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later, and live life to the fullest. Bye-bye.